Hi guys and welcome back. It has been a while and it's pretty late, but I still wanted to make this video since I kind of promised that if my house was complete or almost complete, there are still a little bit of things that has need to be done and that I will make a video. So this is basically the entrance to the house. Here's the bathroom. The toilet and the bathroom, not really important, but it's not really, a couple of displays here. And then we have a glass sort of wall-ish door. Not really important again. It probably will be mostly closed. A nice ship design. I did not make this. This was already here in the house. So this is basically the main area. Here's the kitchen. Way too big kitchen for my taste, but whatever. Here is what I call the retro section. It's a little bit messy, but yeah. And instead of all my figures, I kind of wanted to make, a shrine to the PlayStation 1, 2, Xbox. And from a friend of mine, I got this really beautiful Philips Matchline television, CRT, widescreen, really cool. I'm actually playing a game that I got last week called Beatdown. Pretty cool. From another friend of mine, I got his GameCube. It still needs to be cleaned out. It's a little bit dirty, but it does work. I got a box for controllers, and I got a box full of Xbox controllers. I got, I think, like 12 Xbox controllers in the 7 weeks that I spent at my dad's house. It's a little bit empty, but that's because, of course, this house or apartment is much bigger than the one that I had. So yeah, this is my beautiful Xena poster. There are a little bit of lines that you can see because it's been rolled up. Hopefully that will be stretched out. But yeah, Xena is basically my first crush ever. And she is still freaking awesome. I saw the entire television show this year. I watched them all, and it was freaking amazing to watch every episode. And again, Xena is still fucking hot. So yeah, I got a really cool displayed and Gundam displayed poster. And again, it looks really empty. You may hear it in my voice. It sounds very hollow. It's just a lot bigger than I had in my other apartment. And eventually, I kind of want to have more displays up here, all in, of course, the retro sort of style. Maybe Final Fantasy VII or just the games that I have played in the retro style. So yeah, here I got my what I call my Japanese wall section with the really cool samurai. This is sort of the art wall where I hanged, all the characters. There's still a little bit room here and a little bit room there. Now this is basically the main area, and again, it's still a little bit messy. And I do want to have a small, probably black carpet on the floor. This is, of course, where my PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 Pro is. And then we got the television, and it looks so tiny. Because this wall is much bigger than the wall I had in my other apartment, but it looks really, really tiny. And I don't really have anything to put here, so I still need to find stuff. This is, of course, the main area, the most important part. And I actually love these beams. It's kind of like a gate. But of course, the gaming area. I finally have a true gaming room, like a room where all my games are stored. It looks freaking amazing. At least I think it looks amazing. And it is literally the only section in the apartment where you won't hear an echo from my voice. because here is, of course, stacked full of shelves, etc. Now, basically, just like my other apartment, the PlayStation 2 section, really cool. PS3. And a little bit of PS2. These are, I think, racing games. Some, PC games that I don't want to sell because I'm selling basically all my PC games. But stuff like Diablo and StarCraft are classics, and I will never sell those. This was my first car. Whee! And we got more PS3. Of course, Demon Souls, the Collector's Edition. Sadly, though, I don't know how, but the image is, as you can see, washed out. And it's quite weird because in my other apartment, I have done everything I freaking can to make sure it doesn't get washed out. And it still did, but whatever. Got, of course, PS3. And here we got the Xbox 360. And there are still a couple of games that I still need for the 360, but I basically got all the exclusives. However, I actually started with the Xbox, and I will do it with the 360 too. All the games that run better on a 360 instead of PS3, I will try to get because the best versions are on a 360. And kind of with the original Xbox, since I'm playing a lot more retro, I am trying to get sort of the games that just play better on Xbox. GTA, Red Dead, Red Faction 2. Of course, I also got Time Splitters 2. Classic, freaking classic. One of the best games I've ever played. Xbox. I'm actually playing Sudeki also, and I beat Serious Sam, and I'm playing Serious Sam 2. These are great games. I really love those. Here is my PlayStation 2 section with sort of the more rare games or games that I have played in my childhood. I still need to play Art Anico 2. And these are basically all the Japanese games. The Japanese sort of rare games, whatever, RPGs, etc., etc. Now we get to the good stuff. Tomb Raider, as you can see, it's also washed out a lot. But Tomb Raider is basically the first game I have ever played on the PlayStation. The first game my dad, of course, bought with the PlayStation. And that's why it's up there. As sort of a homage, you could say, of basically the game that started it all. Even though I'm not a super huge fan of the original Tomb Raider games, the first one, and especially the first section of the game, is classic. Got a couple of PlayStation, more rare games. I played Parasite Eve 2 this year, and wow, the game is fantastic. I got Dragon Valor the week I went to my dad for 7 weeks, and the game is great. I'm basically at the end of the game. These are games I played in my childhood: Warhammer Dark Omen, Diablo, Kingsfield, Metal Gear Solid. And these are some PlayStation 1 games. And these last few years, I have definitely gathered a lot more PlayStation 1 games. A couple of demos I finally got. And my Gundams are not displayed yet. I need to open the box with Gundams. But the Gundams will basically be put here because I don't have... This is kind of like an empty shelf, right? So I put here the Final Fantasy Shrine. A couple of other games I also played. I still need to play I still need to beat Breath of Fire 3. I will do it, hopefully this year. And at my dad's place, I saw a couple of books for like a couple of games that I missed. So I'm like, okay, now I know why it's missing. My dad had those, and he had like a little walkthrough book of Tomb Raider, and I, of course, grabbed that too. Now we get into the big section, and that is PlayStation 4. I actually got quite a lot of PS4 games when I visited or spent 7 weeks at my dad's place, basically to wait out when I got my own place. And the PS4 it still is, the biggest collection that I have. It's by far the biggest collection that I have. And I'm still waiting on 3 packages from Strictly Limited, Red Art, and Limited Runs. Pretty big packages. I actually created another section for PS4, and that is the fighting games and all the shmups, the vertical shooters or horizontal shooters, just the shmups, excluding this couple of Japanese import games that I got, and I didn't really found like a nice space to put them, so I put them there. And we got some collector's edition. This is basically a PS4, PS5. I don't really play PS5 that much, but I still need to beat this game. This is pretty good. And I was playing, what was I playing? Injustice. Oh yeah. Before I moved out in my other apartment, I was playing Injustice. So no, Solstice. Why did I say Injustice? Solstice. And this is like a Demon Souls mixed with Devil May Cry. It's pretty good. It's Miss Piggy. And here's just some stuff, right? Random stuff I still need to look out. And it's of course television with the Diablo and God of War stand. Xbox 360, PS4 Pro, PS3, 2 backwards compatible PS3s and a white PS3 Slim controllers. And this is the Japanese import section. And this is the, what is that? The store, window store, display store from PS2. And I actually want to hang this up right here. So this is it. This is my new apartment. It's a lot bigger. It looks a lot better. And I freaking love how the game room now looks. I hope you enjoyed this video. And like always, you will see me next time.